Genetically modified crops, a complex issue. Genetically modified organisms, GMOs, particularly crops, have become increasingly common in our food supply over the last few decades. These plants are altered at a genetic level to possess specific traits, like resistance to pests, tolerance to herbicides, or increased nutritional value. While proponents highlight significant benefits, GMOs also spark considerable ethical debates surrounding their potential risks. One major advantage is improved crop yields. By making crops less vulnerable to insects and diseases, farmers can produce more food on the same amount of land, potentially addressing global hunger issues and reducing the need for deforestation to create new farmland. Furthermore, some GMOs are engineered to require fewer pesticides, which could lessen environmental damage and lower costs for agricultural businesses. However, concerns about the long-term effects of consuming GMOs remain a central point of contention. Critics argue that introducing foreign genes into food sources could lead to unforeseen allergic reactions or other health problems in humans. While extensive testing is conducted before approval, some worry these tests aren't comprehensive enough to detect subtle, long-term consequences. Another significant ethical issue revolves around the potential impact on biodiversity. The widespread use of herbicide-tolerant crops can encourage farmers to rely heavily on specific chemicals, leading to the development of superweeds, resistant to those herbicides and potentially harming beneficial plant species. The economic implications also fuel debate. Large agricultural companies often patent GMO seeds, meaning farmers must purchase new seeds each year instead of saving them from their harvest. This can create financial dependence for farmers, particularly in developing countries, and raise questions about food security and control over the food supply. Some argue this system unfairly benefits corporations at the expense of smaller farms and traditional farming practices. The concentration of power within a few companies also raises concerns about monopolies and limited choices for consumers. Beyond human health and economics, environmental risks are frequently discussed. The possibility of cross-pollination, where GMO genes transfer to wild plant relatives, is a major worry. This could lead to the unintended spread of modified traits into natural ecosystems, disrupting existing balances and potentially creating invasive species. While safeguards are in place to minimize this risk, it's difficult to completely eliminate the chance of genetic contamination. Furthermore, the impact on non-target organisms, like beneficial insects that aren't pests, needs careful consideration. Ultimately, the debate surrounding GMOs is complex and multifaceted. There isn't a simple answer regarding whether they are good or bad. A balanced approach requires continued research into both their potential benefits, such as increased food production and reduced pesticide use, and their possible risks to human health, biodiversity, and economic fairness. Transparent labeling practices allowing consumers to make informed choices, alongside robust regulation and ongoing monitoring, are crucial for navigating this evolving technology responsibly. Vocabulary list. Questions. Choose T if the statement is true according to the passage, and F if the statement is false. 1. GMO crops are altered using traditional breeding methods, like cross-pollination between plants. 2. One benefit of GMOs mentioned in the passage is that they can help address global hunger by increasing crop yields. 3. The passage states that scientists have definitively proven GMOs are completely safe for human consumption with no potential health risks. 4. A concern about herbicide-tolerant crops is that they might lead to the growth of superweeds resistant to those herbicides. 5. Farmers can save seeds from GMO crops and replant them in subsequent seasons without needing to purchase new ones. 6. The passage suggests that large agricultural companies do not have any influence over the GMO seed market. 7. Cross-pollination is described as a potential risk because it could spread modified genes into natural ecosystems. 8. According to the passage, the impact of GMOs on beneficial insects is considered unimportant. 9. The author believes there is a simple solution to determine if GMOs are good or bad. 10. The passage emphasizes the importance of transparent labeling and ongoing monitoring of GMO crops.